T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B flat because I feel like I'm about to go there. Oh, I feel
All right, all right. Good evening, good morning, wherever you may be in this world. Tansy, first of all, let me go ahead and say to all the fathers out there, let me get this out the way. All the fathers out there, happy Father's Day to all of you real dads out there that's actually making sure y'all take care of y'all kids. The real dads out there that's making sure their daughters is acting appropriately. The real dads out there that's making sure they're in their children's life. All of the real fathers out there, y'all, it's y'all day. So we want to make sure that we celebrate you guys today. Happy Father's Day to all of the fine daddies out there, sugar daddies, the real daddies. Just shout out to all the daddies out there that's actually handling business, whether you paying a bill or whether you paying for something else. Shout out to all the daddies out there. Now, listen, you guys, I had to kind of, want to make sure I put that little impromptu in. If you guys are just coming up to the live video, make sure you share the live video, take a live video, and invite you to live video because we are yet faced with another serious situation in our dance community. And I was going to go live yesterday. Y'all, excuse me for my voice. I was going to go live yesterday, but I figured it was way too much going on. And I really, honestly, is this my cap showing up? No, that's not. Okay. It's way too much going on. And I just really just did not have the energy to even touch on what transpired this weekend. It's been so much stuff going on in different states. So many issues with things going on at people's competitions. So many different issues is going on with people on fighting at shows. It's just a lot. So before we get started, y'all know what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to hit that like, share, and invite to the live because we want to make sure that everybody gets this information. Also, you guys, please do not forget to support this platform by giving via Cash App. We do have a goal that we are wanting to reach for this month. And this is June the 16th, Sunday, June the 16th. Normally, I try to doggone stick to the lives during the week. But because the situation is so very serious, I say, you know what? Let me get my mind together and try to wrap around what actually transpired. Let me go ahead and do my research. Let me go ahead and talk to some people because evidently people still feel the need to fight. And unfortunately, with the situation that happened this weekend, it was not only involved, it really wasn't even involving the children. It was involving the adults. And I just feel like it's just, what are we doing? So this is a competition that was hosted on Saturday. Creational Sensation Dance Team, CCDT, hosted this competition this weekend. They were supposed to have a sweepstakes, which whatever that means. They were supposed to have a battle of the drum lines. Didn't see a drum line. I don't know if they had a drum line. The categories was field show, stand battle, and creative quads. Leave It on the Floor, Newbies Edition, dance competition, pre-sale tickets $25. These are the judges. I'm assuming that was there. China, I did reach out to China. China did not attend this competition. Let me move this down so you guys can see. Let me move this ticker down. Okay, so they were supposed to have Extraordinary Dance Company, Reloaded Dance Junkies, Divine Essence Dance Team, Extreme Destruction Dance Force, Royal Barbie Elite Dance Company, Charms and Champs Dance Team, Phenomenal Dance Company, and Lady Swagettes Dance Team. Now, from what was told to me, was XDDF was actually the ones that won Extreme Destruction Dance Force. Now, when I got this story originally, let me go ahead and make sure that I put this up there too, because you guys know I'm really straightforward. This is I want to say her name is Karamia. I think that's how you say her name. This is the host of the show. This is the lady that hosted. This is the lady that's over CCDT. She hosted the competition in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I want to make sure that's right. Yes, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on yesterday. She's supposed to have special guests. She, I don't know. I don't get the ins and outs. I don't even know if we got that far to any type of special guests or anything like that. But however, there was a situation that took place after stand battle. This team, I don't know. Let me make sure that I have this up right. Y'all, it's a lot to dissect. It's so much. But let me make sure that I get that person that actually because she went live yesterday. The mom And let me also say this while I'm getting this information. Let me also say this. I know what another big issue is. It's a lot of kids starting these dance teams. It's a lot of these kids starting these dance teams. The kids are not properly trained. The kids really do not know what's going on. They don't have any type of guidance. So their parents is saying, okay, well, you graduate, we'll start a so-called business for you. And we'll let you have a dance team, and I'll be the person over the dance team. Now, the issue that I have with that is y'all don't have no damn training. You don't know what you're doing as a parent, and that child don't know what they're doing as a child. So I'm starting to see a actual reoccurring issue of children. These are kids. These are kids running these dance teams. The parents don't know how to dance. The parents don't know what the hell they're doing. And you just letting everybody run amok. And so when you get to competitions, these kids have not been properly trained on how to act. They don't understand what sportsmanship like behavior is. They don't understand how to handle themselves accordingly. They are just out of whack. They don't know they don't know what's going on. This is the lady that threw in a competition. Or excuse me, this is the lady that was involved in a fight. Now, this lady right here, she's over, let me make sure I get that their name right, because I don't want to misconstrue. She is over. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to my file. She is over XDDC. It's all these acronyms for me, baby. But anyway, she's over XDDC. She's the director. Her 18-year-old daughter is the coach. And I try to look. I don't know what her daughter looks like, so I didn't put her picture out. I know she made a post, and I read the post that the daughter made. Actually, one of the teacups actually sent it to me. So let me go to teacups. Which one of y'all sent me that post from the daughter? Let me see. Hold on. It's I done got so many inboxes from people. So originally it was stated that it was between the grand champion team, but come to find out, it actually was the fight was between the host of the show, their parents, CCDT. The host of the show's team got into it with the competing team. Now, how is it that you're able to get into a fight with someone hosting the show? I'm not sure. I've asked the questions, but that's not even the big issue. The biggest issue that I have is in this video that I'm going to play for y'all, it's actually grown men. Grown men. Okay, so it looks like she edited her post. But I guess the daughter's name is, hold on, one of my teacups sent it to me. I guess the daughter's name is Sade Hawthorne. Yeah. So she made a post saying, y'all steady talking about all them girls jumping at one little girl. That one little girl was one of my dancers. Y'all jumped one of my dancers. So stop saying XDDC, this and that. No, CCDT jumped one of my girls, which CCDT, again, you guys, was the hosting team. How did they get into it? I'm not sure. But CCDT jumped on one of XXDC's, according to the post, jumped on one of XDDC's girls, and three of the girls on one little girl who was 12 years old. The girl in the all black, I guess, is the captain of her team. She got dragged and jumped by all the girls in the red, which was CCDT. Again, CCDT, you guys need to understand, CCDT was the hosting team. How is the hosting team fighting a competing team? Can anybody help me understand that? Because I'm lost. How is the hosting team getting into a physical altercation with a competing team? That's the question. But let me play this video for you guys so you guys can actually see what we saw, see what's been circulating around. This is one angle, then I have two other videos of different angles of the fight. So if you guys look very closely, there's literally like 3 fights going on at the same time simultaneously. And the coach, the director over the team that was involved in the fight, she's actually on. So, Marion, I'm going to send you the actual link for you to come on because I know you did go live yesterday, but I want to make sure that we give everybody opportunity that was involved to come and speak their piece. So, Marion, if you want to check your inbox for me, I will go ahead and shoot you over the link. Only thing you have to do is copy and paste the link into a Google. Into your Google Chrome internet browser, put your name in, and it's going to put you in the waiting room. I'm also going to send the link to Carmia, the host of the show. If she decides to come on, she's more than welcome to, but I want to make sure that I'm fair and I make sure I send the link to both parties that were involved in this physical altercation. There is another what am I trying to say? There is another angle that you guys you will be able to see. Let me see. So this is another angle. This is another. So in this video, they're saying that this is the daughter of Marion, the one right here, the girl in the black shirt, is the daughter of Marion who happens to be an adult. She's not even a part of the team. She was just at the competition. So the girl right here with the purple shorts, looks like maybe purple shorts and a black t-shirt, she's on top of a child. Now, according to her live that I saw yesterday, she's saying that she was trying to get the girl off she was trying to get the girl off of the floor. But according to this video, unfortunately, she went back and backtraced and said that she did not recall hitting the girl. But in this video, you can clearly see her hitting the girl. She's a lady. She's a girl in the braids on top of the 12-year-old that's on the floor. And then there is another angle there of another fight that actually is a little bit more graphic. So you guys might want to kind of clutch your pearls because this one is the one this is the first one I saw that I was completely numb because I could not believe this was happening and I could not believe what I was looking at. So this is another. I'm assuming this is the beginning of the fight. So this is one fight taking place here. And then if you look across the gym floor, there's a whole nother fight, which you guys already seen that part of that video. So there's a whole nother fight going on. I am in total shock how this is. And that's exactly what it sounds like, Nina. People don't want to say nothing. People know what's going on. They're not saying anything because they are trying to cover their asses. They know this shit has gotten that serious. One of the babies that got jumped, or the baby that got jumped, her head, from what I was told, was split open, where she had blood gushing out. I told y'all that it's going to get to a point where we have absolutely no community whatsoever. Now, according to them, Kevin, they said that there was security. I don't give a damn. Security is not going to jump in to break up no fight. Security, unless you got a really, really good security company and that you're paying money, Security officers are not going to risk getting hurt or getting their life put in danger over some foolishness like this. That's why I tell people it is very imperative and it's very important that you hire law enforcement. If you have to pay $50 to $65 an hour for a police officer to save your own ass, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather spend a little bit of coin than not spend no coin. So Marion has joined us. She is the coach of one of the teams that was involved. Marion, give us, and this is on the record. This is for everybody's here. So I want you to really take us through Saturday's events. What happened up until it leading up to the fight?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly.
Okay, fine. When we first got into the competition, we walked through the doors. It was some giggling going on. And then Sade was like, okay, we're going to leave it on the floor. Like, just take it to the floor. So then one of the parent of the coach of the, I'm taking it from the beginning, from CCDC. Okay, so CCDT, she came and talked to us and asked us, was there any beef or anything going on? They told me what happened. So when I talked to the ex-DDF team, I was like, we're good or whatever. Like, there's no issues or anything like that. Like, we're going to just take it on the floor. Make a long story short, we kept on going. We went on to the thing. My parents was telling me that it was a lot of stuff going on in the stands. And they was like, they really talking crazy, this and this and that. They outnumber. I said, don't worry about that. Please let the kids go on the floor and dance. So when the kids got on the floor and danced, I informed my kids. I said, y'all did not. They was talking crazy through the whole competition before we even got on the dance floor. The teams was doing a bickering back and forth, whatever. It's get ready for competition. So when we got done, when we got on dance, they was like, they all surrounding us, telling us to move, doing all this other stuff. I'm like, look, we finna dance, period. So when we got ready to dance,
who was doing that?
That was the team ex DDF. It was a whole bunch of them bickering back and forth, which was normal, I would think, because it's a competition. So if they chanting back and forth or whatever, that's fine. Y'all chant back and forth. So right when we was going on the floor, they was making a comment. So they arguing back and forth through the whole comps. The parents
of what teams?
That was the parents of the ex-DDF. Ex-DDF was arguing with our team. Extraordinary. So when we get on the dance floor, they do their competition. I tell my girls, I was like, y'all did not give y'all best. Do not expect anything because y'all could have did way better. They already knew the outcome and everything. So wasn't nobody upset because we watched the video and I showed them. I was like, y'all didn't do what y'all was supposed to do. So when it came down to stand battle, we picked number 2, they picked number 1. So we were going back and forth, 1 and 2. It was an intense stand battle. Very good stand battle, no issues, whatever. Like, we even had the captain's battle. Okay, so once all of that got done, the stand battles got done, they did the announcements. They did the champion. They won championship. We took first in stand battle. So then the parents, again, in the crowd, they stand all this other stuff or whatever, like you cheated.
The parents from XDDF?
Of XDDF.
So the parents of XDDF started doing what?
They was arguing back and forth with our parents.
For what?
Because they had got eliminated from the first round of stand.
So they was mad at your team because their team got eliminated out of the round.
It was the parents. It wasn't our team.
Right. It was the parents of ex-DDF going back and forth with your team.
Correct.
Because they got eliminated. And is that because they got disqualified because of going overtime?
No, their team didn't go overtime.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
We had a captain battle.
Okay.
So we had the captain battle. So when it got done, it was for everybody to shake hands or whatever. The coach was like, she's not shaking hand, but the mom, which is like me and her went to each other and shook hand, and the team was shaking hand, whatever. So at the end, when they got ready for announcements, everything was done. ex-DDF, the team did go to the back. Once they received their trophies, they won the grand champ. They went to the back. But the parents were all on the inside. When we was talking with our kids and we telling them, come on, let's go. It was a parent. I can't tell you what team she was on. She was waving her hand in the crowd, saying some stuff. So they say that was the same one in the stand, which I just found out the picture. I got to find out who she is. She was waving her hands and doing all this stuff, and she swung off.
So, and this is a parent from XDDF?
I'm not for sure who this parent was.
But I'm trying to what I'm doing is I'm trying to piece it together because you guys, XCDF was the only team that you're saying that you guys were having issues with throughout that portion of the show.
They was the only one, the parents that was going back and forth. Yes, I don't know. It was no other teams that I knew of.
So it's safe to say that it was XDDF's parents that y'all had an issue with, y'all been having an issue with. So it's safe to say that was probably a parent from XDDF.
I don't want to say it is if it wasn't, but I really.
But I'm saying it makes sense. If you guys had issues with the only team that y'all had issues with is the grand champion team because they got eliminated. There's no other team that y'all have had any issues with. Why would another team parent come out and start playing their hand and starting something?
I agree with you because they from my
understanding, it is safe to say that XDDF, even though they won grand champion, their parents. I mean, I'm just making sense of it because it makes sense. If you guys are saying that there's no other team that y'all had an issue with that day, the only team y'all were having an issue with the XDDF parents from when they got eliminated, it makes sense.
Well, that's my understanding. Yes, that's all I knew we had the issues with was those parents. I didn't know anything about any other parents. So when the hands started swinging off everywhere, they turned around and they hit one of the young girls that was on our team, which that's the one that you seen in the video that was dragging. That wasn't it. My kids is telling me.
The girl, she was waving her hand in our parents' face, and people off of XDDF, they parents started calling us B-words and sticking their middle fingers up at us. And then that's when my mama got mad, and that's when she had came up and was like, I don't like how they.
So who did she just do? Because one of the parents was swinging the hand and swung off.
Yeah. She hit.
Okay, so one of the girls. Hold on. So one of the parents. This is where I was at. One of the parents was swinging her hand, and she swung off and hit one of the young ladies' mom. And then when
you say waving her hands, like kind of give me like how was she waving her hands? Like what was like the movement?
I don't know how to put my face in the camera. Right here. It's showing me. Okay. Sorry. Can you see me or something?
It looks like I'm looking at move your camera up because it may be blocking something.
Turn it, flip it. First that flip.
Okay, I don't know how to.
Okay, so you can just kind of describe to me how.
Okay, so like if you're talking and you're waving your hand and swinging your hand in the air, like back and forth.
Okay.
So you swinging your hand back and forth in the like you arguing with someone, and she was talking about the teams, and the parents was like, I'm like, okay, y'all, like, let's go, please, let's get out of here. We need to leave. By that time I said we need to leave, she swung off and slapped a parent, like slapped her.
Slapped one of your parents.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So your parent and her and that other parent was in each other's face.
No, we were in the crowd. So I don't even know how she even slapped that one parent. She just swung off and slapped, and it went from there. And
this was in the bleachers.
By this time that's at the end of the show. That was right after the ceremony.
So people are on the gym floor at this time.
After the ceremony.
Yes.
But I'm trying to understand. So what was that?
Yeah, I said on the gym floor after the ceremony.
What was that parent saying? Like, does anybody have what was she saying?
She was just going off about, I don't know if it was about standby. I don't know what she was going off on, but she was just making a comment. And even afterwards, she was still making comments outside the door. So I don't even know what that part was all about.
Okay. So we get to the point where she slaps a parent, and that's when which fight was it that started?
That's when the parents started fighting. Everybody started jumping in it. Everybody started jumping in it. They started going towards anyone that had on a shirt like ours. It was crazy. Like they started. Now the other young girl that got swung, they said that they was trying to diffuse the situation with the team. So that's the part that we were trying to figure out too. Because I'm like, how did we start? They start fighting with CCDT, like the host of the show.
Because one of the CCDT members was had swung on my sister.
So who is this?
So when one of our boys came in, him right there, he jumped the guy. That just came in, but it was chaotic everywhere. So he comes in, and all of a sudden he's jumping him. And when he jumped him, they all was supporting each other. How do you put this camera on? Because it's
my goodness. Okay, okay, this one, that's the so is this your daughter?
So if you go to the first part on that video, there was a lady and a kid that jumped on Anissa, my daughter, the oldest one. The other girl came and knocked her off. And then Anissa, that one girl picking her up, she got up and started swinging. Go back.
Right here. Hold on, let me make sure I have this right. So right here, this one here, the girl in the braids with the black shirt, that's your daughter.
That's my oldest.
And she's hitting a child.
And she was hitting a child.
Is this the baby that got her face split open?
I don't know if that's the one that they say it is. And she had no business hitting a child. And I'm not trying to justify that for no one.
So I'm trying to understand what made your daughter, what's her name, Elise?
Exactly. Hold on. I got this.
That's
the whole thing. Or whatever. This is your mom. That's the thing. Before this part, it was two people. It was a light-skinned young girl and her. They said she was picking up a phone. They had the girl in the black with the braids on the floor. So if you go back, they was picking her up off the floor. When she got up, when I'm trying to get the other little girl off of her, off this little girl right here, trying to get her off of them, it was another girl. By the time she got up, she just started swinging. And you will see one of the other girls in the purple, like, no, that's a kid. And she grabbed her hand.
Her mama was fighting.
Two of the girls from CCDT was jumping her.
And they said, well, I heard
before
Khadijah
that,
said that her mama was fighting Khadijah and she had jumped in a fight. That little girl that's on the floor, she said she had jumped in a fight and started swimming.
So at this time, so it was what, 3 fights that took place?
Tell her to go to the first video she seen.
It was more keeping it on the floor. It was like a jungle. It was a whole.
Yeah, this definitely looked like that. Looking at this video,
it was terrible.
It's our girl. The girl.
Yeah, this is the video that we're
seeing. Girl, that's in the all black that they's dragging right there. That's our girl.
And who was dragging her?
That team, the CCDT was dragging
the hosting team.
Yes.
Why was CCDT jump y'all baby? Like what? Like why? Do y'all have some type of beef with them? Like
no. That's what I'm saying. When they was doing it, the parents swung off. She was trying to go in and break up the fight too. They all saying they was trying to break up the fight.
That's what the host of the show was saying.
Yes, and they saying that
there would not be any of that because had y'all had police officers, there wouldn't have been a fight, and if there was, people would have got maced or even taken to jail. So this is the sort of thing that happens when y'all have a show. It doesn't matter if you've never had a fight at a show before, or you've always had a successful event, you cannot predict what the hell is going to happen at your show. You can't predict who has personal rivals or issues going into your show. That's why it's very imperative and it's important for y'all to hire police officers, not no rink-a-dink ass security guard, not Pookie and Juki and all them. It's a big difference. Y'all want to sit there and try to cry wolf, and people want to sit there and try to play the victim. There is no victims in this point. Everybody that's involved in this is wrong.
And I totally agree. 150%.
This right here, we should not be looking at no foolishness like this in our majorette community. This is way too much and it's too far. And people, now we got a baby that got her face split open because you got parents fighting children. You got adults fighting kids at a kids competition. I'm trying to figure out.
And we got one with a concussion.
Hold on right quick, because Karami is on, so she's the host of the show. So I'm gonna make sure I bring her on. I'm in utter disbelief. I'm disgusted. Because like I said, I don't know the circumstance. Karamia obviously did not know what was going on at her show. So I would say it's safe to say that maybe she was not privy to what her parents was doing. But I don't understand how her parents jumped on your kids and they're the hosting team of the show. I am confused. I'm lost.
And I am too. And I told her, I don't even know how all of that happened with that, but I can tell what happened fires with parents and everything. How so that all happened.
Let me pause here because I want to get Karamia. Karamia, have you spoken to your parents?
Yes. First off, I'm just gonna say it was only about 4 of my parents there, and they all was volunteering. They was in different stations. So with that being said, were my parents supposed to slap somebody? That's a lie. Because my team, first of all, only have like 16 kids on my team, and all of them wasn't even dancing yesterday. It was only like 10 kids dancing, and probably like 5 parents there, at the most. Okay, I had like 3 in the hallway doing concession stands. One was sitting, a big sister was sitting on the side of the judges. She was my counter on the side of the judges. And then, yeah, so that was it. It really wasn't none too much even in the stands. Like, it was literally all the teams, the supporting people in the stands. So where a parent's supposed to be smacking somebody, that's a lie. My parents ain't smack nobody.
We did not say that it was your parent that slapped anybody.
Yeah, she didn't say that.
I did not say that.
She did say that it was ex-DDF's parents that they was having issues.
I said it was a girl in a red.
Yeah, so she said it was ex-DDF's parents. She did say that. She said the ex-DDF's parents had been taunting them throughout the show.
Okay.
When the issue got when at the end of the show.
So far, I didn't know. First of all, I didn't even know it was getting that serious in the stands because my job is not to always be in the stands. You know what I'm saying? That's not. So I don't know what was going on in the stands over there, but I did know it was a lot, like I said on my live, I did know it was a little back and forth bickering between extreme and extraordinary. It was a little bit bickering, and I had actually spoke to both of them that earlier that day because I heard that it was a little issue, and I talked to both of them. I said, if there's an issue, and Marion even said like, oh, well, if my girls get too rowdy, I'm going to tell them that we're going to leave. We're going to leave the show. I said, okay. I said, because I didn't even know that y'all was beefing or had any what's name because both of y'all wouldn't even be in the show. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. And then I guess them two actually spoke with each other. The extreme coach and extraordinary coach spoke with each other. And I guess everything was supposed to be okay, hashed out. I guess Marion daughter must have made a little comment because somebody else made a little comment. I don't know. Something, whatever the kids do, whatever. So they actually spoke with each other, and that situation was, whatever. So, with stands to get a little heated. So it was a little bit on the floor, but nothing too much. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So after the award ceremony, everybody got their awards or whatever. I don't know exactly because my whole team was literally right there handing out the trophies to the, to the teams. So they were right there with the judges, my 3 judges that was standing there. So I don't know exactly, because I was kind of like coming from the back. So I don't know exactly what transpired. Like everybody got their trophies. Everybody taking pictures, whatever they do with their trophies. So I don't know exactly what happened, but it was like coming from out the stands. I don't know exactly what happened. So I get in the middle of hundreds of people. Like everybody just exit the building. I'm asking everybody to get their teams and exit the building. Their parents, their teams, exit the building. Even my girls in the middle, exit the building, exit the building. It just got heated. Like, they team was just so riled up. Like, riled up. I don't know exactly what it was from. It was
But
riled up.
that's what I'm trying to get at too, Carmia. The team XDDF was riled up for what? They just won grand champion.
No, it wasn't XDD. It was purple and black. They was riled up. Well, but I don't know. Both of I don't know, but I know for sure the fight started between CCDT and and Extraordinary because they got the swing.
So your team
yes.
against Marion's team.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
What? Like
I don't know. I swear I don't even know. At the end of the day, we sat there like, why is we even fighting? Like this is crazy. Like yes, they was just so riled up and they got the swinging. I don't know exactly how she looked, but I know it was a lady in a purple shorts with a black shirt with the braids to the back, a gray shirt with like a afro, I don't know if it was an afro puff or a natural puff or whatever. Like they just got the pushing and swinging, and then it just took off from there.
So how did your girls start dragging another dancer?
They was all fighting. Like they was literally all fighting. I have the videos. The girl was all fighting, and how did the grown people jump on my baby? I don't know, because she was picking up the phone. I have that video as well. She was picking up the phone. They were all fighting. Did none of my team was literally defending themselves. Did none of my team just go to a little baby and just start whooping her and dragging her? No, that's not. No.
But I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to understand is, Carmia, how did you guys get, as a hosting team, how did you guys get involved?
Because they attacked us. That's how we got involved. We literally was in
the
middle.
So you're saying Marion's team attacked y'all girls?
Exactly. We was in the middle of the floor, Jasmine. We was in the middle of the floor telling everybody to leave the building. We were saying no fighting. Can everybody get their team and leave the building? Can y'all exit the floor? Can y'all exit the building? Wasn't nobody exiting. We on that. We don't give a fuck. That's what was going on. We literally, I even asked Marion, I said, Marion, can you control your peers? Can you tell them to leave the building? She said, I'm trying. I'm trying. Which, I mean, they is wrong.
So you didn't get attacked?
No, our whole team got attacked. Like, yeah, I was trying to break it up. I was on the floor underneath some people. Like, it was crazy. It was like 10 fights going on at one time.
Everybody got end up getting attacked. And the only reason it shows so much with our team is because our team had their shirts on. So you see all this purple and black. But I still don't see the one team that some of the teams with the red, whoever this was in the red, because somebody.
My team is red. My team, you know that.
No, she had on a red, not your body. She had on a red hot top shirt. I have her. I had in some blue shorts.
She probably wasn't even on the team. She probably was supporting the team.
I'm like, I don't know if she was a parent. It was a parent. That's what I'm saying. All of that. She was talking to the XDDF team, and they
maybe she was there supporting them.
Was doing that, and when they swung, everybody started swinging.
So they're saying, Carmia, they're trying to figure out how your parents got involved, because they said that you just said your parents was in the concession and one was counting and one was in the stands. So they were trying to understand, how does that make sense?
I mean, everybody's trying to break up something. And even my dad, he went over there and tried to break up a whole nother fight. And a man with some dreads and a shirt, and one of their shirts, extraordinary shirt, ran up on him and swung. And he getting attacked by 3 different people because he's trying to break it up. Of course, my parents is going to come in and try to break up the fight. But if everybody's swinging and getting attacked, then it's chaos. It literally was chaos.
It was.
There was no security, Diana.
It was some security from the school. It was 2 security guards, but if you got 2 security guards,
she did. It was 2
security,
and it was
security.
400 or 500.
Security's not gonna be able to break that up. You
right.
got, like I said in your live, law enforcement at this point, and this is for everybody in the Majorette community. If you cannot hire police officers, do not have a show. Because security guards are going to do the bare minimum. Like I said before, security guards are not going to put their life in danger. That right there could not be contained by security guards. I'm sorry.
It wasn't. Exactly. And you're right. It couldn't be contained, because even when the police, the police came, they got there fast. Well, one, we was in a Lutheran school. We always in that school. But they came really fast, and it was chaotic to where they had to call more police. And they said if it was just a big brawl, they wasn't even going to be able to control it themselves. It's too many people.
So security guards are pretty much there to just like
try to keep it down. So if they see
not even that, security guards are just to be there. I'm gonna be honest, to get a check, to sit there and say, "Oh, we security, we top flight of the world, Craig. So we here just to collect a check." They don't have no enforcement power. Police officers could have went in. They could have doggone got the bear mace. They could have started macing people. They could have been able to get that would not have went down. I'm just telling y'all. if y'all do decide to have a show in the future, no security guards. We don't want y'all. Y'all can't handle stuff.
Well,
But
at the school, that's their policy. They're gonna have security guards.
okay,
Period,
well,
that's their policy.
on top of security guards, you guys need to hire police officers.
If I gotta do that, that's bizarre because I've been doing this for years and I never had nothing like this.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't, like I said prior to you getting on, you can't predict what's going to happen in shows. I can't predict what's going to happen in shows. I can't. You have to always be safe than sorry, and that's just what it is. If I have to spend an extra coin, and this is the issue, and I'm not saying this is on you, Carmia, but I'm just saying in general, people don't want to spend an extra $1,000 to make sure that they're sane and they're safe. Their event is safe. I would rather be safe than sorry because anybody could have popped off. Anybody could have brought a gun. Y'all don't know what
exactly. It could have been. It could have got way worse.
We know Milwaukee. Y'all are starting to have a bad reputation of people having shows up there and people just coming up and cutting up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the last time Milwaukee. To be honest, because it's only about 2 of us that's actually having shows, or 2 or 3. Right. So I don't know the last time that it's been abroad. It's been a long time that it's been abroad because I almost do every Milwaukee show, almost. Mm-hmm. But like it's been a while since something like this happened, and I just feel like I'm very distraught about what happened. You know what I'm saying? At my show, like it was an amazing show until the end. And I just feel like adults and parents, like I just feel like it was ridiculous. And I feel like when I asked everybody to leave out the building, when I asked everybody to all the coaches to exit the building, I feel like people should have exited the building, which you know they're grown, they're gonna do what they want to do. But I'm asking them to please leave the building. Me and my team is literally on the floor asking them to please exit the building.
Yes.
To leave the building. So in this instance, I want to ask this question because this is a very, very important question. Haramia, you said you talked to your parents. What has your parents said?
That it was crazy. I mean,
no, but I'm saying them jumping into a fight. What is their like? What are they saying?
Jumping into a fight. They didn't jump into a fight. They got hit. They got attacked, and they fought. They
got hit by
and it was only one of my dads. I only had like 5 parents there. One of my dads got jumped.
What? And he had on a white shirt with that blue.
A female. She tried to break it up. I have that fight, and I got it in slow motion. She tried to break it up, and they attacked her. One of my dads on the team tried to break up a fight, and he got attacked. I have the videos.
Is that the one that hit her in the head?
That was only 2 parents. I had 5. One of my parents had left because her daughter was going in labor. She had left the building. Me, my mom. That's 5. There was no other people, no other parents there.
And then he jumped in the fight. And that's what Marcus.
You can see it in the video. I just see it.
It's just in the video, and the video when they
if you call somebody and if listen, so when a fight going on, you're breaking up a fight. So people is mad. So if you breaking up a fight and pushing people, and somebody come hit you, if you taking a breaking up a fight and pushing somebody, hitting somebody, then you crazy. Then that's crazy.
Who got hit?
Here.
So I guess
responsibility of really what happened. People need to just take responsibility of really what happened instead of trying to defend.
One thing I'm not doing, I'm gonna say this. One thing I'm not doing is defending the fact that the 11-year-old got hit by my daughter looking at the video. So I'm not defending that at all because I do not go off of that. Because when I was looking on there, it was 2 of them on there, and I was trying to get her get the little baby off of there. So that one, I'm definitely upset about that because there's no reason why nobody nothing should be bleeding and all this other stuff. Also, when they were sitting up there, the whole fight, like I told her, you spazzed out because somebody jumped on you or whatever.
And then I had my counter on the end of the table. She was in regular clothes. So it was 2 of them that didn't have CCD t-shirts on. That was in regular clothes that was there. They didn't have CCD stuff. They were basically, I don't know if they thought they was with the other team, but they was running up like they was like, you need to go with your motherfucking team. You doing this, and we like, well, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know, like if they mistaken them for the other team or
when
what.
They told you to come and do that, they had just jumped the girl with the braids, and the other girl knocked them off. And all of that, and then they went in and she jumped up and started hitting and swinging. Well, she shouldn't have hit that girl in that uniform. Period. I'm not justifying that.
Them kids shouldn't even been on the floor trying to fight with their
She
parents.
shouldn't even
Them
been on
kids
the
shouldn't even been on the floor.
Exactly.
Like my babies was
I
running the
agree with
other
that.
way. Like my
none of
babies
the
on my team was
parents,
running the other way.
none
They
of the
wasn't even on
parents
the floor.
should have been on the floor. I agree. None of them should have not been on the floor because the loss was the loss, and that's what it was.
So
So
are you trying? So Mary, are you saying that the reason why the fight started was because of the loss of them losing in stands after they already took grand champ?
No, because they
So
already.
what was the loss?
Because we always lose, and we never.
But no.
That's a
I'm
lie.
saying because y'all won first place stands, right?
We won first place stands.
So you said the fight ended up happening because of a loss. So you're
From the parent. That's it.
They were
You're
mad
not going
they
back.
lost.
On
The parents was upset about because the parents was going back and forth with the kids when for the stand battle, and when they swung off, it went from there. Now how they?
Well, I don't know what was going on. Like I
team.
said before, Jasmine, I don't know
So
what
is
was going on.
anybody? So at this point, because
it's sad.
Who's because somebody knows. We know that Marion's adult daughter hit a child. Somebody needs to be pressing charges.
So they said they're pressing charges, and somebody's going to press. I guess they're going to press the charges. Which
because I asked Marion though. Marion, I called you twice yesterday, like a grown woman, and we had a conversation on the phone. And I asked you. I said a couple people said that was your daughter. You called me back and told me that was not my daughter, but that was a parent on the team. So now I'm really confused because I called you and asked you this.
Because I didn't get with the first time you called me, I did not get the video. As soon as I got that video,
hold on, Marion. Hold on, wait, Marion, because as soon as you did it live, after you did it live, your daughter went live, and Sammy from Phenomenal Dance Company said, so this wasn't you, and tagged her. That's what made me look at the video. Because
I was not with them at the time.
But what I'm saying is she saw you in live. That's why she went live. She said it on a live. She said, my mama just went live, but I'm the one that I'm going to tell y'all X, Y, Z, bop, bop, bop. And that's when she went in. So when Sammy was questioned, was like, girl, you saying you didn't hit her? She said, oh, well, maybe I did hit her. And she was like, no, because her story first was, I didn't hit her. I was trying to get her off the floor. But
no, it was not, because when she told me, hold on, because when I told her, I said, Anissa, when I got that video, I said, Anissa, did you see this video? I said, you hit that girl. She said, Mama, I don't remember hitting that girl. I said, well, you did. It's clearly on the video.
But my this one right here is the video that was
But my thing is, how you don't know that that's your child, honey? When you standing right there next to the baby on the floor, you standing right there trying to break it up.
I was not looking at that. I was trying to diffuse everything. I didn't even see the girl hit that baby. If I would have seen her hit that baby, I would have definitely hit her. Because I do not condone fighting. So y'all can say what you want, but I know I did not see her hit that baby. I'm sitting up here trying to get the other girl off the baby.
Okay, but yeah, I did call you as a woman. I asked you, and you did say no, it's not.
You
said no, that wasn't my daughter. It was a parent.
I thought it was with, because let me tell you this. When it happened, I said, oh, that was not my daughter, because we were with the police with the girl in the purple. That's what I was told. It was girl. They did not tell me it was her. It was girl in the purple. So when they said it was her with the purple, we went with the police. She got out the car with the police outside. That's what we were doing. So that's when I told you, I said, oh, that was not my daughter. It was the girl with the purple, they said. This was before they said the girl with the black. So when she was talking with the police officers on what's going on, and she was like, well, I was just stopping, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The people surrounded her and jumped her with the police. I said, I need to see the video. So that's when I told you it was my daughter, because I was sitting over there talking to the police, and the girl, they were saying it was her in the purple. But then when you told me that, I looked at the video, and then I called you, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that was my daughter. So it was two of them. Is that not right?
No, the last time I talked to you, you said it wasn't your daughter, but I'm not on here to go back and forth. I'm
gonna ask this question. Marion, what made your daughter even jump in?
I just told you that there was someone was jumping her and she fell back.
Someone was jumping your daughter.
Exactly. It was two. One of the parents jumped in on it. They lifted.
It must have been a parent from another team, because it wasn't It wasn't CCDT. It was not. It
I'm
was
not.
not.
Okay, I'm not saying. I'm just telling you. And she jumped up
And
and
no one
started
is
swinging.
delusional, whoever in the background. No one is delusional. Y'all came to my show. Y'all was rowdy. Y'all should have just left the building. Period,
The
point
kids
blank.
were. It was the parents. They was very rowdy. So kids, I need y'all to be quiet. Okay. Thank you.
This right here is,
Can I explain?
again, I will say this. Everybody played a part in this brawl. Everybody. The hosting team, the team that was involved, everybody. There was
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. It ain't about no everybody.
no
Listen, they was rowdy. We told them to
Carmen.
leave the building. We got attacked, and we fought back. That's what happened.
Hold on.
Because they was into it with another team. They don't have
But again,
nothing to do with us.
but
at
baby,
all.
you have to also listen to what I'm saying on this part. This was your show. You had control over this to an extent.
But I can't control 400 people fighting. I can't control that. I can't control 200 people fighting. If I'm sitting there telling people, can they please exit the building?
Therefore, your parents, instead of them getting into the fight, trying to break it up, if you can't control them, you should have told your parents that they need to go ahead and leave.
So tell my parents to go ahead and leave when they're attacking our babies?
No, listen to what I'm saying. You said that the parents got into it because they started fighting. You said that they were trying to break it up. Did you not say that?
Right.
Okay, so you're saying that at that point, when y'all started getting into a fight when they were trying to break it up, why would y'all even get into that? All that could have been avoided on your parents and on your team. You could have.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, it was my show. We telling them please don't fight, leave the building. Everybody got to leave the building.
But you just
so
said
basically we should have just took our
but you
stuff and
said
left
that you
the
don't have
building.
no control over that. No, I'm not saying left the building, but if you don't have no control over that, you just said you didn't have no control over that, then you should have just went in and said, y'all go ahead and come over here. Let's go to call the police, whatever y'all needed to do. If they was gonna fight, that could have been avoided on you. I'm just saying on your parents' bad. Your parents you can't stop 400 people, neither could they. So them trying to break up a fight, like you trying to have them stop, you at that point it's already gotten out of hand. They're not gonna be able to, y'all not gonna be able to control that crowd. Looking at the video, there was no controlling of that crowd. So therefore, instead of your parents getting into it and your name being brought to the forefront about
it was gonna be brought to the forefront anyway, Jasmine. It was my show. It was
no,
gonna be brought to the forefront anyways.
But what I'm saying is your parents got into something trying to break it up and inadvertently.
And it was two of my parents. It was all of my kids, my senior kids, my baby kids ran the other way. It was the other. It was
so none of your kids was fighting in that brawl.
No, yes, it was. It was my older. It wasn't my little babies. It wasn't like my juniors. It was like 4 of my older kids that was out there with me trying to tell everybody to leave the building. It was 4 of my older kids. 4 or 5 of my older kids. It was not my babies. It was 4 or 5 of my older kids and 2 parents, a man and a woman.
Lord have mercy.
It is a mess, and I did. Everybody was like, "Well, she apologized, but apologize is too late." When I did come and apologize to you, when I found out, when I did see the whole video, everything, like when I did see it, because like I said, I didn't know at first or whatever what happened with the video.
Yes, Jaleesa. So
definitely.
So Karamia did say that was her kids dragging the girl.
And then that was Anissa who hit that baby, and I don't agree with that at all, like at all. And if they saying pressure, she have to deal with her consequences.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I could post it because I'm really not too good with this. But the baby that I do got the video. She had on a black shirt. She was in the middle of the crowd swinging, and she got swung on. That's what happened. I have the video of the baby in the black shirt. That's exactly what happened.
That was getting dragged. I don't need you to. Even if you was trying to break it
again, it goes back to what I originally just said. The kids should have been exited immediately. Y'all should have went ahead and got the kids out. There has been things at People's Show where people were still able to get their kids out. Grabbing your kids, telling your kids to come on. Again, this could have been avoided. The video that we see right here of CCDT, your kids dragging the other team. Why would what? Like, this is ludicrous.
Yeah, it was ludicrous that we got attacked. You're right. It was ludicrous we got attacked.
You're not.
You're right.
But you're not. You're trying to be on the defense mode, and this is not.
I am because it's horrible. It's my show. It's my all this. Yes, I am on a defense mode because it was BS. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. They're talking about a little girl got dragged, but they're not talking about how badly that she had to go to the hospital because she fucking purple and blue.
We talked about both. I talked about both.
Is that
so y'all saying that there was 2 girls that was injured?
She got the concussion though.
No, it was one girl that was injured. They talking about a baby that was trying to fight somebody and got beat up on the other side of the room. Okay, that baby got some punches. Do that baby got bruised face, bruised nose, black eyes, eye vessels busted? That's serious.
Stands.
So the other baby did go to the hospital for concussion. She don't have purple and blue or anything like that. But she did get into a concussion. And
that's your
both girls should not have even experienced any of that. Both girls. Yes, I'm not justifying any of it. And I've done her shows before. I had no issues. I had no problems. No nothing. Everything was good.
So Bree, what Carmi is trying to say is basically her parents was trying to break up the fight. Inadvertently, somebody got hit while trying to break up the fight, and then that's when everybody started fighting. That's what she said.
And Marion, you know that we don't even have beef. Why would CCDT fight you? I talk to you on a regular basis. I didn't give you pointers and all type of stuff. So why would we be fighting?
I said the same thing. I didn't say I just said somebody got dragged. My daughter said somebody got dragged her team. We ain't never had beef. I ain't never had no issues. I done asked you for pointers and everything. So I don't know why it's saying that. I'm like, oh well, we was fighting CC. I do not know why the parents or the rest of them was fighting CCDG.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like,
yeah.
Why? We don't even know.
If they
at the end of the day, we don't even know. We stopped and said, why are we fighting? Like, we don't even know why we fight.
We both were sitting there. I'm like, we was finna like get your kids. I said, okay, I'm trying to get everybody. We was trying to get them. Like, y'all go out the door. Go out the door.
And I believe that alcohol played a big part. It was alcohol. I don't know exactly.
Let me ask that. So you feel like there was alcohol?
Oh, it was, Jazz. I found Casamigo bottles, Quavo bottles. Yes, very disrespectful. Yes, in the school. Yes, I did. I don't know exactly which all teams had liquor, but baby, they was in there turning up.
So now we have to turn it into everybody has to start enforcing everybody brings clear bags. Y'all need to hire police officers to pat these people down. That's the bottom line.
That's crazy. Like, if I gotta,
that's the bottom line, because
people gotta do all that for a show for these kids.
Then you shouldn't have a show.
Exactly.
Then they shouldn't have a show, because if we're so disrespectful to bringing, we know when dark liquor in general is involved. Why are y'all drinking at a kid's event anyway? Liquor, straight up Casamigo bottles, really?
Yes, Casamigo bottle.
So y'all can't wait until after the show to get y'all drink on with Casamigos and all the extra. Mm-hmm. Y'all got to get that tipsy at people competition. Liquor turns into talking shit, and inadvertently talking shit turns into fighting.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's so true. And the show would have been over at like 4:15, 4:30. Everybody would have been out. It just lingered on because of all of this happening. Like, I don't know. I'm just baffled.
In my second video, you can kind of see Sade trying to grab her dancers and take them out the gym. So Sade is Marion's daughter.
Yes.
I don't even know how to I don't know. If anybody that's got videos that's I don't know how to add them. Can y'all send them?
The question was, so what were the conversations with the participants of each team after this whole fiasco from the coaches? Have you guys talked to all the coaches collectively?
After the show, while we over here trying to get everybody together, X Diddy, what's the name?
XDDF.
Y'all should say that whole name because y'all got the same abbreviation. So
yeah, so XDDF came up to my daughter and was like, I heard you want they running around saying you want to fight. And my daughter like, what is y'all talking about? We trying to get all the kids out and this is trying to figure out. And the whole the team and the coaches all went towards her and was trying to fight her while everybody else was somewhere else. And then we over here.
Hold on. Let's take a quick commercial break. Y'all give me 1 second.
I know how to do
All right, in case you guys don't know, that is a promo video actually from my nationals in Miami, Florida. As you guys can see, there was a lot of people in the building. We had over 26 teams that competed that year, which was a fabulous show. We had 19 dance teams, 5 drill and drum lines, and a step team that came and showed out. So there was no fights. Good, thankfully, 2016 there was no fights at all. We did have police officers. Miami Police Department was there. I do take that very seriously, especially when having that many teams. You got to have police officers, police presence in the competition. We do have a few shows coming up, you guys. So we do have a couple spots, even though registration technically ended Friday. We do have It's Showtime Live in the A Nationals. We do have a few spots left open. This is a one-day show. It's not 2 days. It's a one-day show, July 13th. We do have a mini junior division as well as an overall senior division. If you guys are interested in registering, I will extend the registration till this week, but this week is the absolute final week. If I do not get an amount of teams that I need to go ahead and host the show, then this competition will be postponed or will not take place. Following that competition, we do have a Showtime Live on the Sands, the Summer Buck Down in San Diego, California. This is August the 10th. We do have mini junior division as well as senior overall division as well as adult division. Categories are walkthrough, creative field show, palms, and stands. And we have additional categories such as hip hop, HBCU parade, HBCU field show, HBCU 8s and 16s. And then after August, we will be going into our Halloween season, which will be a Showtime Live or the Showtime the Spootastic Buck Down Part 4. This will be hosted in Richmond, Virginia. We do have new team division, which is 3 years or less. And then we also have the pro division or the vet team division for 4 years plus. So if you guys are interested in registering any of those shows this year, please let us know. After that, we will be getting ready for Nationals 2025. This is Showtime Live on the Seas. This is our cruise competition. This is open to step, drill, and dance teams. Their cabins, the prices are those are for the cabins. This is a 5-day, 4-night cruise. You guys can message me for more information. Right now, we already have 5 teams that have registered for the It's Showtime Live on the Seas Nationals Dance Competition. This is July 7th through the 12th, 2025. Registration for this one, early registration is $40 per dancer. The deadline for that is July the 1st. After July the 1st, the registration will go up to $50 per dancer, which is the standard registration. If you guys are interested in that information about going on the cruise competition with us, this is an amazing event. I was the first one to do a cruise competition, and it was a very, 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 very successful show. So if you guys are interested in any of those events, please make sure that you guys chime in, make sure you guys tune in, and you might as well just message me if you guys want to get on it. So let's get back to, because I want to wrap this up because I don't want to take too much more of the time. So at this point, what is going to happen? Cara Mia, what are you planning on doing? What are we planning on doing with this?
I mean, my parents, she's gonna do whatever she has to do, you know, pass the target. She got video, so she's gonna take care of that. Whatever she needs me to do, I'm gonna be there. And I mean, there's really not much for me to do. I gotta wait till tomorrow to talk to the dean of the school to see what's gonna happen. The police is gonna go back up there to run the cameras back because they got cameras all around that school, including the gym. So, you know, it's just step by step. I don't know if I'll be able to have shows in that venue anymore, which is sad because I had all 6 of my shows in that venue. So I just have to wait to see.
Take back police officers. No security. If you have to have security, that's fine. Police officers got to be in the building. They got to be. This could be avoided. Y'all got to have police officers. Got to. Security guards ain't gonna do nothing.
I see that now.
Marion, what is so you're saying that your dancer is okay?
She went to the doctor. I'm waiting for her response too, because last night her knot got a little bit bigger, so the parent had to take her in.
So was her face split open or no?
No, her face wasn't split open.
So she didn't have no blood because I was told it was blood, but it's not. Okay, just want to clarify that. Okay, my take to you guys is to also make sure that you're now that you guys have at this point y'all have to vet shows. When I say vet shows, it's up to you as a director to be able to vet shows and to vet teams. I'm sure that Cara Mia wasn't expecting for this to happen, either were you. But now that it has happened, now there's going to, I feel like until there's some understanding, there's going to always be an underlying issue between y'all team now because this situation happened. Same thing with XDDF. Even though they weren't directly involved, XDDF did play a part in it because they were taunting your team back and forth, as you say, throughout the show. And the fight, from what I was told, it basically happened from XDDF. Me gathering information that you said XDDF's parent was down there because y'all didn't have no issues with no other team, according to you.
No.
So, again, I hate this happened. I wanted to bring this to the forefront of the Majorette community because this is something that is very detrimental to our Majorette community. As much as we want to say that we want successful shows and we want to do things, there is the right way to do things. I'm telling you guys, Cara Mia, if I had to give you anything else, please cover your assets. Please, if you have another show in the future, if you gotta have security guard, fine, whatever. School requires it, but y'all have to hire police officers. Y'all people have to be, parents have to be taken into custody at this point. People have to be pressed. It just has to. If y'all really want this to work for your kids, if y'all really want this to be something positive, as you guys say, for your children, then at this point, you guys have to. You're at. Are you playing on something else?
Hold on.
Okay. You guys have to have police officers. There's no way around it. There's no unless, and I'm gonna say this because, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I don't always hire police officers. However, the people that do come to my show, I'm just saying, the people that come to my show has a certain level of respect for me. Okay. The judges are respected on my panel. The staff are respected from the audience. So and normally I have the same teams come to my show. Again, I'm not saying that I shouldn't, but I also look at how many teams we have. I look at a lot of things. I look at ticket sales. If I see there's a lot of tickets being sold and I feel like there's a lot of people coming to my show, I'm definitely going to make sure that I have police officers because, again, we got more people. We have to make sure that we be more mindful and monitor the event as well as monitoring the ticket sales. So all of those key factors play a part when throwing on a show. You guys have to cover your ass, especially when it comes to my desk. Because, again, I wasn't in Milwaukee, so I don't know. This was sent to me by several people that follow me, and that's why we covered the story. So, again, I want to make sure that it's known to everybody. This wasn't a direct attack on Cara Mia, although there was, they played a part in what happened, unfortunately. And it's not a direct attack on Marion. They played a part in what happened as well. All parties involved played a part in this issue. So no one is the victim. Everybody has to take accountability for what happened. There were certain things that could have been avoided. And there's certain things that y'all could have had in place to make sure that this did not happen. Does everybody agree on that?
I agree too. I understand what you're saying. I agree to a certain extent.
That's it. Only because, and the reason why I said that too, Carmia, is because it's your show. So at the end of the day, correct, it's on you. It's correct. On you.
Right. It don't matter which way it went. It don't matter if we went to the side and stood in the corner. It don't matter because it still was going to say it was CCDT show.
Right. So at the end of the day, that's why I said, again, everybody that is involved played a part in this. Everybody. There's no way around it. Y'all have to be able to figure, you know what? This happened. Now we got to figure out how we can put things in place for this not to happen again.
Right.
It happened. That's just what it is. It happened. A fight. There was several fights going on. That shit right there that I saw, I am in utter disbelief because I'm like, are we really still dealing with shit like this? Has it gotten to that point in our Majorette community where you got kids being jumped on by adults, kids dragged? What in the fuck was going on? Why?
So
what this is too serious.
Right. And I brought
the girl
my head judge on because he was actually right there when everything started, and he was on the microphone giving, saying the placements and giving teams words of encouragement and all that while he was standing there. And he judged.
So Demetrius, you were hosting the show?
No, he was my head judge.
He was your head judge. Okay,
Yeah,
so he was the head judge.
And
so
he was standing right there.
Being a head judge, just because I don't want to get back into it. At any point while you was on the panel, did you start seeing anything go left, or you didn't know what was going on either?
We can't hear you.
Oh, hold on, wait. Let me take off mute.
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Yeah, like after I gave like the announcements and the placements or whatever, I was in the middle of speaking to another coach from another team that had questions, and in the midst of that, literally utter chaos just broke out, and that's when I came in and I seen one of the CCDT assistant coaches or a head coach. I'm sorry, one of the head coaches trying to diffuse the situation, and literally, I don't know if they was on the team or not. I don't know, so I'm not gonna put it on Mrs. Williamson, because I don't know who it was. But literally, like, it looked like some people just started hitting her. And in her defense, she just started to defend herself. So that's when she started, like, just hitting whoever. And literally, I'm trying to push Carmia's team back because they're the hosting team. So I didn't want them to be involved or whatever what was going on, but it seemed like it just wasn't that fight. It was like fights broke out all over the jump that I really wasn't seeing or wasn't paying attention to until I seen videos. So it literally just happened out of nowhere. I don't know how it started. From my understanding, it started in a stance where somebody was taunting other team's parents. And I agree with what you said. I feel like what you said earlier about like diffusing the situation and things could have happened a different way. I do feel like accountability, like you said, should be taken on both ends because of the simple fact, if it started, somebody should have went up there and like, hey, or came to Carmia, hey, this is going on. Can you please just like, help us get this resolved and like make everybody leave? But nobody did that. It's like everybody took matters into their own hands and just.
Who was hosting the show?
Carmia was hosting the Carmia CCDT.
So Carmia was on the mic.
No. So I had a host.
Who was emceeing? That's what I was saying. Who was emceeing the show?
Yeah, his name is Drew. He
left. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, he was gone. Like so once the announcements was made for the trophies, like he left. Like after because they was giving out the trophies. So
okay. So again, I just want to make sure I clarify. So he didn't. Yeah. He left after the trophies. Okay.
Yes.
So the fight happened obviously after all the trophies was given.
Yes, everything was gone. Everybody was like, taking their pictures and what they do after the show. And that's when
people didn't want to leave. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Again, no one is innocent. Everybody plays a part in what happened. Everybody got to take accountability. And like I said, unfortunately, somebody's child was hurt really bad. Now we have to.
You have to do what you got to do.
Right. And I feel like, and I told my kids to don't even respond to anyone.
Oh, wait, hold on, Carmia. I want to make sure because I just thought about something. I asked Marion, was the child okay? So was it Marion's child that got dragged, or was it your child, Carmia?
My child got the jump by the adult, so it was like
she got jumped by the adult.
That was the one that was bleeding.
Child.
Yeah, she got busted open from here to here, and she's purple and blue in her eyes. And
so that's your child, and that was
Yes.
from CCDT. That was from Marion, and then Marion had a child that got injured as well.
Correct.
So it's two children that was hurt, but your child was the one, or your dad was the one.
Yeah, hers was the worst.
Okay.
Hers was the worst.
It might not add to, like, since I've been in Milwaukee, nothing like this has ever happened. Like, I don't think nothing like this has ever happened.
In so some couple of years.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna say because Milwaukee has had some stuff.
They had some, but this was by
far. But this might have been the worst.
Worst.
There's a question from the people in the comments. They said they would really like to know for the panel they would really like the panel to answer, how are we teaching modeling and requiring stewardship and sportsmanship.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
They would really like to know, how are you guys teaching modeling and requiring stewardship and sportsmanship?
I know. I mean,
But I
I
think
always tell my girls to cheer for everyone. My girls always cheer. My girls don't. That's what my girls don't even fight. Like they don't even. They not into it with no team. Always. They always like anybody. If you ask anybody about it, we don't never. We clap for everybody. We clap for everybody.
and the same here. This been us for 3 years. We haven't had no arguments or no fights or anything like that with any of our teams. And we have talked to her before. And our kids normally we don't have those issues. And Demetrius, you've seen us in a few of the teams and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I'm not a coach anymore. I'm just a judge. I stopped
Right.
coaching a few years ago. But Mrs. Williams' child was on my team during the time before she got her own team or whatever. But I always taught first self-discipline, two, stay in your
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
because if it doesn't involve you, don't get in it, and you're not going to embarrass me,
So
or you're
at
not going to
this,
embarrass
Right.
your feet.
so at this point, it's not even the kids.
It's
What,
not the kid.
what are you guys telling?
Well, adult wise, I didn't play. I didn't.
What are you
Sorry
guys
about
telling?
that. No.
Because at this point, the parents not showing sportsmanship either.
Yeah, because like I said in my live, I said if it's to the point where you can't control your parents, then that dancer has to go. Like the
They
dancer
don't
has
need
to
to be
go.
there.
And I said that yesterday in my live. Like the dancer has to go. Like I
I never had
never
to start
had
by
an
my
issue. I
parents.
really never had an issue with none of my parents. Like ain't none of my parents went out and had a brawl. Like I never had an issue with none of my parents. Like my sister
And then
never.
this
I
is
never
the
really
first
had an
time I
issue
actually
cheating. So
seen them actually get into arguments and fights. And this is my first time I ever seen my parents do that. Like they normally we have a good time, we leave and go out to eat. All the times normally when we leave, we go out to eat and have a good time and see, and go from there and get prepared for whatever is next. That's what we normally do.
So what it sounds like to me is all parties need to call a meeting of the parents. Y'all need to, no kids, no children. Y'all need to call a meeting, an emergency meeting to your studio. Carmia and Mary, y'all don't need to get into the ins and outs of what happened. Y'all need to.
Well, I'm getting inboxes now from other teams threatening me because I'm bringing up the whole thing right now. Like I'm getting threats again.
Who's threatening you?
right.
Who threatening you? Yeah. Cause we need to know. Cause threats, we don't want them at our shows either. So who's threatening?
Give me my phone.
Is it children or is it adults? Because if it's kids, child.
This is one of the parents saying that I'm bringing up. Oh, the coach is saying that I'm bringing up ex-DDF name on. I guess I'm bringing it up online.
So let me speak on that, because ex-DDF's parent, one of their parents did message me and I blocked her because she felt like what was brought to me, which actually happened to be a situation that happened with involving them. Because again, when I talked to Marion said ex-DDF's parents was taunting them throughout the show. Am I correct?
And they was doing, yes.
Okay. So
and then I told you in the beginning what happened when they was walking through, and then they did their giggles and Sade said her little thing about on the dance floor. So I said that too, and me and the parent talked.
Marion, I would just go ahead and block them. I would go ahead and block them. Like I said, ex-DDF I was contacted by the coach and by one of the parents. The parent was very disrespectful. The parent got in my inbox and was doing the most. Only because, like I said, the information that was brought to me was that it was a parent involving ex-DDF. Now, when we dissected, like I said, I don't want to get back into this because it's just a mess. But if you're telling me that you didn't ever have an issue with no other team but ex-DDF, and the parent happened to be throwing their hands and ended up slapping one of your people to initiate the fight, I kind of am going to believe it was ex-DDF. Sorry. We're using process of elimination.
And I'm not saying, and she was saying that I said something about bullying her and all that. I didn't say it. They said they was gonna bully my baby or something, and it's just I don't even want to be involved in that.
I don't know. I just also feel, I'm not trying to interrupt y'all, but I just also feel like if once we have to meet and everybody like, okay, it's all good, da 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 da. Like that was that, and I was right there. I was right there in the beginning because I didn't even know, like, I know it was something about the initials or whatever. I didn't even know nothing about none of that, like, none of it. So after then, like, it was okay. But I also just feel like if they feel like it was gonna be something or they was still bickering, like, I just feel like people should just got their trophies and left. Like, people should just told their teams. People should just told their teams soon as we get, because before I hand out the awards, I said we're not handing out no awards until everybody clean up their spaces. Because I like for them to get their trophies and just walk out the door. You know, take that picture, walk out. They don't have to go back to no locker rooms or anything. So, also as the director of teams, if they feel like something, I just feel like they should have been like, okay, tell your parents, the team, because once the kids get to going out the door, the parents is going to follow them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if they would have just been like, okay, get your trophies, well, we're going to leave. We're going to go right out the door.
And that's where we were on our way out the door when they surrounded us. And it was just crazy from there.
So we have one of the followers coming on because she has some questions for everybody here. We're trying to wrap it up, but they're wanting to get some type of understanding and probably just input. This is.
And I don't know. And then to be honest, Jasmine, I don't know exactly who was surrounding who at this point, because my girls is literally on the floor in the middle because they're handing out trophies. So my babies are in the middle of the floor, handing out trophies. So I came in the middle of the floor, asked everybody just to leave out. So to be honest, I don't know who's surrounding who at this point. I don't know who arguing.
I mean, honestly,
they all was surrounding each other.
And I believe that, Carmen. I believe that because you really honestly don't know. So you got people coming supporting the team, like you said. So again, it could have been a supporter. But what we do know, according to Marion, is throughout the show, they were being taunted by XDDF. That's
they was going back, and I know they was going back and forth. But I'm thinking that it was more of like, when y'all in the stands, they do go back and forth. Like,
but see, this is the thing about it. This and this is what I will also say too. I don't like that taunt. I don't even like them doing chants. If you can't just yell, scream for your damn kids, then girl, y'all don't got no business being no competition. Even at my shows, I require everybody, and I've said that to my shows. So I would say, after I do a roll call, all the teams, I said, well, we're gonna make sure that we are clapping for everybody's child, because you will want somebody to clap for yours. If you set that standard that people are able to clap for everybody's child, not just their team, it kind of sets a parameter to be like, we're here to support everybody, win, lose, or draw, whatever the case may be. We're here to support everybody, because at the end of the day, it's kids. Parents should not be in no doggone bleachers talking shit. Parents should not be in the bleachers doggone taunting. Parents, y'all not on the floor competing. Your child is. Let them compete. You shut up. You close your mouth. If you can't sit there and scream and holler, because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Your screaming and hollering, if you got credible judges on the panel, they're not going to sit there and be swayed by your screaming and hollering because you're screaming the loudest for your child. You scream and hollering for your child by losing your voice, cool. But that's not going to sway the judge's decision on if your child is out there bucking and they dog on whatever is off. You not up there judging. The judges are. So therefore, it should not hurt y'all to clap and scream for every child that's sitting on the floor.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you might applaud a little bit more for your team, but I mean, you should. I mean, every child out there deserves it.
Every child out there is out there working hard to be able to come out on top.
And I didn't have no issues on any of the judging thing, what they seen, what they did. Like, I think it was judged fair. I think it was a good competition and everything. Like, I really think it was judged fair while watching all of it. It was just fair.
If I may say, like, literally before all that happened, like, the energy in the place was literally like good. Everybody was swag surfing. Everybody was just having fun. So it just literally went left, like, after the trophies was handed out.
Okay, so we do have someone that is impartial. This happens to be my mother. She's a follower. This is my birth mom. She follows me, obviously. I'm her child. I'm her oldest baby. But she looks at these things and she has a way of actually putting it to where people start really thinking. But she did say she wanted to come on because she has some questions for everybody. So go ahead, Mama.
Hey, everyone. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers. And happy Sunday. So I just had to park. Sorry about that. I wanted to ask, the reason I was asking about stewardship, because the Majorette community needs stewardship. It feels like teams are isolated in their own agenda and self interest. And so when you're there, your self interest takes over as opposed to being stewards of the community. So I wanted to understand, how are we teaching stewardship and sportsmanship? How are we modeling? Because modeling did not happen there. Had modeling have been taught and required, not only just for the children, the participants, but the parents, how are we having those things? And then how are we fixing the trauma that was inflicted?
Hmm. It's a really good question. Hmm.
I mean,
I'm gonna let
how
one of y'all answer before I say
yeah,
something.
I mean, how are we fixing it? I guess we're trying to come to the fixation right now, but when it comes to the parents and what they're gonna do with their child, with what happened, that's what the parents is gonna do. But I just feel like that that if people just take accountability of what was transpired, like I mean, and I teach, I mean, I really don't have problems. So I mean, I really don't know how to too much answer that because I don't have problems. I don't have problems. I don't have problems in the majorette community at all.
And so I want to honor that you're saying you don't have problems, but as of right now, you have problems. And so as of now the dynamic has changed. And so when I'm looking at, these teams are probably going to compete against each other again. How do we fix the trauma that happened in this event? And how do we help each other honor each other? Because we're
I
leaving
mean,
it
as of
at the
now, I just feel
discretion.
like right. As of now, I just feel like that. I'm gonna have a meeting with my parents and dancers, but as of now, we're not gonna be in the same facility as them at this moment because I don't know what they hair space on. I don't know, so as of now, no, I don't. I don't want to be in the same space as that team right now. And it's not just because of the dancers, but the dancers might feel some type of way because a adult and a parent and a coach has a lot to do with a child influence, so I don't know what the influence could be on that end, so I don't know what the parents' headspace is in. So no, at this moment, no. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the same facility as them. Not at all. I wouldn't because I
I,
don't know.
I wouldn't say the same. I wouldn't say that. What I would say is the parties involved. That's why I said it's very important to have the parent meeting and only the parent, because then y'all need to go ahead and dissect. Okay, who's the problem in our organization? There is a problem. What probed y'all? Y'all have to probe them now. What probed you to sit there and do what y'all did? Whoever, whether it be XDDF, CCDT, or Extraordinary, what probed y'all to go that far?
Right. Where is the line
Where,
drawn?
yeah, where is it where the parents, now we're putting on the parents because it's not the kids. Again, the kids went off of what they see. They see their parent fighting. Like, oh, I want to protect my mama. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna jump in because ain't nobody gonna hit my mama. That's natural for anybody. I wouldn't want nobody to hit my mama. Yes, I'm gonna go. If somebody hit my mama, baby, forget talking. We gonna go ahead and get, because now you didn't hit my mama. However, at an event like this, at a competition, what did you say or do to make this transpire like this? And even with you, Carmia, asking your parents, do you understand that y'all was at my show, and do you understand how bad this how this makes me look?
I
I honestly, Carmia, would get in on them and be like, y'all are a representation of me. So how is it that y'all representing me and my brand, and we got stuff like this going off? And I do understand what you said. You did say that they were trying to break up a fight. Again, it was way past that point. What we did see is kids dragging kids from another team, and it happened to be your team and another team involved. So again, y'all have to kind of.
And I'll just say this and just leave you with this piece of wisdom, as I'm 54, and so in the space I am an elder. We have to value each other. We have to emphasize and be very intentional around how we value each other. Because when I hear these spaces of it's for the kids and I hate that for the kids, and yet time after time after time we are in these spaces talking about children being accosted and parents fighting each other, you cannot make me believe that we value each other. So what does that look like? What does me valuing you look like? And how do we team build ever before we start the event? Because once you team build before you start the event, regardless of the influence in their personal spaces with their coaches, there is always that area of policing oneself. Because now the tone has been set with team building that we are expecting everyone to value each other. So I'll just leave you with that bit of wisdom. And I hope that we take that and we love on each other and we ask for grace from each other and we forgive each other, because regardless if the police get involved or not, there are still hurt feelings. There are still trauma that was attached to this event. And there are still spaces that we have to be in with each other. And how do we look at each other as individuals, as Black people, and as people in the Majorette community that is predominantly housed and performed by people of color.
So that was the word from my mom. Again, she's impromptu to this because she just looks back and see what's going on. We have conversations about major community and about this podcast because, again, this podcast is to not only bring awareness to, but to also inform and educate. That's a part of the T. I really, y'all, I'm really trying to figure out the words to say this is very heartbreaking that this happened. There's nothing better than going to a competition where everybody's having fun. People don't have fun competitions no more. I've talked to coaches. Coaches are not even wanting to be in a major community no more because they don't know some of the outcome that happened with some of these teams. And somebody did say in the comments that it's a lot of the new teams. It's a lot of the new teams. People are starting teams with children. Children are aging out of another team, so they're going to, okay, well, let's go ahead and get you a business started. It's a lot of these new teams. Somebody, Valleyville said, new team. A lot of these new teams will be the demise of the major community because they're not properly trained. They don't understand sportsmanship. They're not teaching it. The only thing they want to do is compete.
Right. And this was my first actually. And you know that you say
And
that.
I'm not gonna lie, Carmi. I've never heard anything bad about your show. This is the very first issue that has happened. So that is true.
Yeah, and that you say about the new teams, and I believe that, and it is true because this was actually I never had a newbie competition before, and so I decided to have one because I said, well, it's a lot of new teams. Let's have a newbie competition, you know. So that was like the thing that's going on. So I decided to have a newbie competition. I mean, I'm not saying it's because of a newbie competition, but I'm like, I never had issues with my other
But
competitions. So it's just
that's why I said it's not only you, it's everybody involved because people have to teach what my mom just said. There has to be an accountability for one. Kids they're not understanding what it means like to be sport. I'm gonna just say this: clapping for a team, that's just a piece of it. Being able to congratulate the other, no matter how you feel, that is the thing that speaks volumes. We want to make sure there are clauses. I have a clause in my packet, okay? And maybe I could go ahead and send this over to you guys. I don't mind you guys taking this clause and implementing this into your packet because if this is going to change the outcome of the Majorette community, then therefore that's what it should be. This is the clause that I put in all of my packets. All of the coaches, the coaches staff have to go over this with their parents and they have to read this to their parents and they have to make sure the parents understand and agree to this clause. Let me just make sure that I put, hold on, give me 1 second. And then we're going to wrap this up because, we're going to wrap it up because I want to make sure that I let you guys get to y'all rest of y'all day. So this is in my official packet and I can definitely send this out to whoever may need it, just to help you guys out for you guys to save your own asset. The clause is, where is it at? It says all coaches and or directors are to fully adhere and understand sign, date, and below. If any type of verbal taunting that resorts into a physical altercation, whether by the coaches, the dancers, and or the parents of any sort takes place, the teams involved will not only be disqualified, they will be escorted out of the building. The team will also face charges and forfeit any winnings and titles that they placed. That's also, I want to also make sure I touch on that too, Carmia. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but
it's okay.
Carmia, the thing that I also want to do is no money should be giving out until everybody is cleared out. The coach that won should be the last one that you see to give money to. Because if a fight or anything takes place at all, you forfeit. You forfeit.
That's a yeah. I definitely would take that into consideration because I always give out the money with the trophy.
Yeah, you forfeit. Let me go on to say this. So it says if any verbal taunting that resorts into a physical altercation, whether by the coaches, dancers, or parents of any sort takes place, the team or teams involved will not only be disqualified, they will be escorted out of the building, again, by police officers. The team will also face charges by the police officers and myself, and they will forfeit any of their winnings and titles if they place. And they will no longer be allowed to register for any future It's Showtime production event. No exceptions, no excuses. Being able to accept defeat well and to congratulate the winning team, no matter how you personally feel, speaks not only volumes, but it also says a lot about your character. We need to make sure that we're not only protecting the safety of not only the teams, but the guests, supporters, audience members, fans, and spectators, etc. You will be financially liable for any damages done to any person or property. Please keep in mind that parents can cause your team to be disqualified as well if any of the above instances take place. And then I go also to say no dancers or teams, coach or director will be allowed inside the event space unless they are competing at that specific time. If a dance team member would like to watch the event, a ticket or wristband will need to be purchased and paid to myself in this case in advance. And then I say the price of dancers. This is something that you guys might need to implement too. To keep the stuff down. If y'all don't know how to act with everybody, guess what? Y'all stay in y'all dressing room until it's time for awards. Y'all don't get the opportunity to be able to watch the show. If you don't know how to act, you don't get the opportunity to watch the show. You have to purchase the wristband to watch the show. And I don't care who you are, a parent that's going to doggone pay some money after they already spent the money, they behind's not going to be wanting to be doggone having that money wasted. So if you got to keep the kids in the room while the show is going on, guess what? That's what you got to do. As far as the stand battle goes, the competing teams can come out and cheer for their team that's battling, but they must exit the competition room immediately after the judges have made their decision. Then it goes on to say, I, coach and director, they'll fill in the blank, understand and fully agree to the above terms and conditions of this packet and will ensure that my organization abides by this disclosure. Also, I'm understanding that I'm held accountable of any negative actions of any parent, supporter, or fan of my organization. They are to sign, date, and print their name. So if anybody that's on this needs a disclosure for their packet, I'll be gladly to send over my disclosure to y'all. Because at this point, we have to, something has to be implemented. People have to be held accountable. And I don't care who you are. If you're a coach or director and you signed that is not only legal binding, but you are now telling me that I could be financially liable for anything that takes place with my team or organization. And I don't know anybody that's going to want to come out their pocket for paying anything. The same. But we have to take a stand, y'all. This cannot happen again. I do not want to report another fight at a dance competition. I'm now going to take it upon myself to say, okay, who is involved? Okay, we need to contact that city so we can go ahead and get charges pressed. I don't even want to talk about it because people have to be held accountable for their actions. People are not emphasizing they're not emphasizing what can be done. Y'all have to start holding people accountable. And if that's mean people sit in jail and have to pay money for bonding, well, guess what? You should have thought about that before you started acting up in somebody's competition. So hosts that's hosting competitions, we need to start implementing that. Press charges on anybody involved. sorry. Y'all brought it to this point. Because my child is not going to be put in endangerment because y'all parents don't know how to act or y'all parents is in there sneaking liquor. When is it okay to drink liquor at a kid's event? Y'all doing too much.
Exactly.
Y'all doing too much. You can't wait to hold your dog on liquor consumption until after the show. You ain't got no business. Well, stay your ass at home and drink all the liquor you want. Drink until you become a fish. But don't bring that stuff to somebody else's competition. And then when stuff don't go the way, y'all don't. We got this issue going on. Carmen finding out that she got liquor in her competition. That's a fool. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Don't nobody want to be represented. Oh, I had liquor in my competition, and we done had a fight bust out. What?
Embarrassing.
Are you freaking?
I'm embarrassed for someone who don't even drink. So
are you kidding me? Y'all got shot bottles in the crowd. Are you kidding me?
Anissa.
Who said they gonna kill her?
The people who are inboxing her saying they gonna kill her.
I thought that the coach from SDF wanted to come on. She looked at it and she said she wanted to come on. I don't know. I don't know exactly what. I don't know what's taking her long. I really don't want to even go back over through this, you guys. I'm very upset, like to say the least.
Again, Carmelita, like I said before, I did not know until I saw the video, but I will go ahead and my actions and what's going to happen. She have to do whatever she got to do. We're full going to do what we need to do to make sure that's taken care of. Far as the parents and all of that stuff, I will definitely talk to them or whatever. At this point, we are on completely rest. But at this point, they're talking about killing my daughter right now. People inboxing her. So
and you need to keep them dog on receipts. Yeah. Screenshot everything of that, and y'all go ahead and guess what? Take it to the police. Y'all have to put into place at this point. If y'all are getting threats like that, that is a threat. Y'all need to take it to them, and y'all need to go ahead and press charges. Keep those receipts. That's what over a competition.
No, I think it's more because of the baby. They're saying that because of what happened to the baby.
So who's
and it's probably not even right. That's what I'm saying. It's probably not even none of my people. Like who's sending threats?
They said they gonna kill Anissa for jumping the girl. So that's one of her people.
Who?
All right, one of the parents, they want to kill her for jumping the girl, which it was two. So I'm finding out some more stuff. So I'm definitely gonna, just figure it out.
And then the parent, and then what's so sad in that it can't be the parent of the baby that was leaking out bleeding because she's not even she's out of the she's gone. She's not even in state, and that's the really sad part. Her mother wasn't even there. Like her mom wasn't even there. So
the baby that got the gash in her face.
Yeah, she's not her parent. It wasn't even here. She's not even here.
Whoever that was there that when the girl was talking to the police and they jumped on her about that. It was like 4 people. They surrounded one of the girl in the purple and the police officer, and then they jumped her while the police officers was there. So I'm not.
Okay, well, I wasn't on scene.
Whoever's sending you the message, go ahead and doggone screenshot the stuff and go ahead and press charges. Take your ass down to the police department. Say, listen, we just had a competition. Child was endangered. Child was, yes, my daughter has something to do with it. Take accountability, whatever the case may be. But go ahead and press charges because they're doing too much. They're doing too much. This right here is doing too much. And I'd rather y'all be safe than something happen to your daughter, Marianne. Unfortunately, this situation happened. But at this point, if you are getting threats like that, you need to take that seriously because your child could be anywhere. And they see her and something detrimental happen to your child. So go ahead and put that in place.
Yes. And whatever videos you get and whatever happened and whatever needs to be, you can definitely let me know. And we definitely.
They don't send nothing to me because they know I'm a dog.
I'm talking about Carmela.
Oh, okay.
So whatever they say, once you go and do all your stuff or whatever, just let me know what I need to do and what we need to make sure to handle what needs to be because she had to hold accountable for what she did. So.
I don't like that, guys. Y'all didn't even tell me I was up there with my dog on caption, but that's all right. I fixed it. But anyway, anybody have any last minute anything? Because I just I don't got no more room for it.
Actually, does she want to come?
I just want to say that for all the other teams that wasn't involved, that I do apologize that y'all kids had to experience what happened yesterday. I really do. Even the team left their whole suitcase and all uniforms that needs to be shipped off. So I do apologize that that happened and that them babies, because I don't even think they've been in the game for a whole year. Little babies had to experience what they experienced yesterday.
It's traumatic. It's traumatic. Y'all don't forget to hit that cash app. It's traumatic. It's traumatic because again, this sort of thing, people want to go to a competition, they want to feel safe. And if you don't feel safe at a competition, it's supposed to be for the kids, then it's again, it's and now it's not about the kids. And that's
Exactly.
the sad part
Mhm.
about it. It's not about the kids now. We're talking about grown ass adults that just are doing the most. And again, they are going to ruin it. And I'm sorry. So I appreciate both of you guys coming on and telling you guys aside. Trust and believe. I really, really hope, and I'm going to take you guys off. I really, really hope that you guys are taking everything into consideration with what was said. It sucks. It sucks, you guys. It really does suck. Um, it sucks. It really sucks. And I don't have any words or anything like that. If I can get you guys to go ahead and hit that cash up for me, we do have a goal of today of $100. So if I get all 47 of you guys to give at least $5 or $10, we will reach our goal. All right. So once again, you guys, this has been another episode of the Majorette T. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. I appreciate my mom for coming on and giving her outtake on it. Very, very much a person of wisdom and that, you know, take a lot into consideration when talking to her and stuff. And she's definitely helped me a lot. Again, you guys, if I can have everybody go ahead and make sure that you are giving to the Cash App, please. 5, 10, 15, 20, or $25. We do have a goal of $100 that we must reach. So if you guys could go ahead, again, like I told you guys, this podcast costs. It costs to run this podcast. It is a monthly subscription that I have to pay monthly for. So if I could get everybody to go ahead and hit that Cash App, that would be great. But other than that, I would appreciate you guys more than y'all know for coming in and just hanging out with me and just basically being very, very transparent, talking the issue out. And let's just all shoot for a better community. Let's all just, do what we need to do to try to continue to make our community withstand. This is just a test. So again, you guys, this happened. Unfortunately, it's something that just happened. Now we have to take it and look at it. Okay, what do we do to ensure that this does not happen again? What do we need to put in place? Do we need to have people sign disclosures? Send them out, no problem. If you want to copy the disclosure, please inbox me. I will be gladly to send over. You can make it however you want. These things have to be put in place. We have to put action in place if we're going to save our Majorette community. Because if not, everything that we love about Majorette is not going to survive, and y'all will not have anywhere for your kids to go. And if the ultimate goal is to make sure that you are doing these competitions and you are having these dance teams to keep the kids off the street, then y'all need to be teaching all aspects of keeping the things in the street in the street. We should not be bringing the street to our dance studios. We should not be bringing street mess to our dance competitions. Leave that mess out there in the streets. If you guys are coming into this dance community, it needs to be about a positive reinforcement. It needs to be about positivity. It needs to be teaching positivity. It does not need to be having all this extra going on. Ariana, I'm really wrapping it up. So what I know you wanted to come on. What did you need to just kind of put in place?
Oh, so I just really wanted to say, like, I am Ariana from Extreme Destruction Dance Force that goes by XDDF, and we were the Grand Champ winners at the competition yesterday when it all happened. And I just wanted to say that we had nothing to do with that at all. I have people personally inboxing me saying like we're wrong for doing that or having parts to that. We had nothing to do with that. Once she gave us our trophies and she told us, when they pronounced like we were the grand champ winners, of course we celebrated, and then we went to the back. And
She didn't, but that's what I'm saying, baby. It wasn't. They weren't saying your team. They were saying it was your parents. They were saying your parents was taunting. She said she didn't have any issues. She said the parents was taunting after I guess y'all lost stand battle. That's when it started. The parents started taunting, and that's when they felt like one of your representatives or your parent from there started going down there talking mess, flinging her hand, and then that's when she inadvertently, by flinging her hand, hit someone. Again, you said you wasn't there. You were in the back celebrating, so you probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, you said we got kicked out of stand battle. Yeah, we got eliminated from stand battle. We made the team go straight to the back. We got dressed and came back out. On the video, you see none of our parents. Every time we come into a competition, we wear pink and blue. Every competition, and none of our parents were involved with that. If they were involved, it would have been.
Well, I don't have the video of the actual parent slapping someone. This is just what
that's what I'm saying. It was never nobody getting slapped from XDDF. So I'm not sure why XDDF is keep being brought up. It was XDDC and CCDT. They had something going on we had nothing to do with. We were being taunted by their XDDC dancers. Once we won our grand champ and we were celebrating, they walked up on us and got to saying the chant something, 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 and told us to shut up. And we like, okay, well, let's go. Because we got to take team pictures. We got new uniforms. We have to go. And then that's when their team, she asked everybody's team to get off the floor. And the only two teams on the floor still was XDDC and CCDT. Our people were excited with us in the back. So that had nothing to do with us. And then
so you saying that the person, the parent that was swinging her hand, that was not your parent. They weren't a part of yours.
Not at all. So 100% positive. That was none of our people. And all of our people, win or lose, we geek. We won the whole show. So it wasn't no purpose of going to go smack somebody or going to go be aggressive to anyone because we won. Everybody came straight to the back to come celebrate with us. And then as we're leaving out, we're getting a phone call from one of the dance parents. And, XDDC said they're outside to fight you, Ari. I'm Ari. Well, what am I finna fight for? We won. We're happy. What are we fighting for? So we go outside to see what is going on. And then they're over in a corner being aggressive and rowdy at us because we won and we don't know what's going on.
So you saying that y'all was not in any fight in any of the fights?
Not at all.
Okay.
We didn't lift a finger. We lifted legs. We were dancing. That's all we did. And yes, before this, us and XDDC, we have had bumped heads before. But it's never gotten to the point where we're fighting or anything like that. We got into it with each other and had the little issue. It was resolved. We said, you know what? We're going to leave it on the dance floor. And that's what we did yesterday. Everything that they did, that was on them. But I'm just here to clear our name because I'm getting inboxed by all the parents saying, oh, your team is being bashed. They're saying negative things about your team. Your team name keep being brought up in a bad way. We had nothing to do with that at all.
And just to clarify, if they were paying attention, that's drama because no one bashed your team. No one, I can say that. No one bashed your team. She didn't even know who it was. I just started I used process elimination. I said, well, if you're saying that XDDF and your team was the only team that was going back and forth with the taunting, it didn't make sense that was maybe a parent from XDDF, or it was safe to say that it probably was a parent from XDDF that was down there flinging her hand, talking mess, and inadvertently slapped someone, and that's how the fight started. But now that you explain it, okay, it makes definitely sense. Okay, cool. So we do know that CCDT and Extraordinary were the main ones fighting.
The only ones.
The only ones fighting.
The only ones. None of my parents did anything. We respectfully got eliminated. We walked away.
So you saying y'all didn't have any issue? Y'all wasn't upset about y'all weren't upset about being cut.
We were upset about being cut, but we walked away. Well, we shook their hand as we're shaking their hand. Yeah, shut up, bitch. We won. We beat y'all. 1-on-1, we beat y'all. I went straight to the back. I told them, let's go. And I told my mama what they were saying. And my mama said she was going to talk to their parent, the coach of XDDC.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
What team did you used to be on?
I was on Glitz and Glam a couple years ago.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And I started my own dance team. Nothing has ever negatively happened to my team. All positive vibes. We win. We keep it pushing. We're not into all of that. So that's why I'm like, what's going on? Why are they saying anything negative about my team? Because we don't condone any of that.
So, because I'm trying to wrap this up, what was supposedly have been said negative about your team?
That we were the ones who were fighting. I had people in my inbox. Why were y'all dragging that little girl? We
got to that. That wasn't y'all. And then it was admitted that CCDT's dancers were dragging the other dancers. So they didn't admit that. So that's a lie. Go ahead.
Yeah, them. And then as she's on the XDDC coach, she's on her own live. She keeps bringing up XDDF. That's why a lot of people keep on trying to connect the dots, saying, "Oh yeah, so it has to be XDDF and XDDC who fought because they were the only two teams who were going at it." Because she kept mentioning our name when she shouldn't have been mentioning our name at all, and she was on your live also mentioning our name. We shouldn't have been mentioned. And then when you had major posts, that's why I had inbox you like, "Hey, this is false information. Why are we being mentioned? We shouldn't have been mentioned at all."
Again, this was what brought to me by several other people that was there. So that's why I was like, okay, again, and that's why I said I will definitely clarify. That's why I went ahead and edited the post so they knew. Okay, we do know one team that definitely was involved was Extraordinary.
Yes,
they were definitely involved in the altercation.
And like I said, as we were shaking their hand after we lost, we shook hands. They came up to us, yeah, we beat y'all. Ugly bees. We were getting called B words. Yes, we were getting called B words. Half of them didn't want to even shake our hand. So that's where the sportsmanship come in at. Because
that was between you and Extraordinary.
Yes, Extraordinary.
So and then again, you said Extraordinary. Y'all have had issues in the past.
It really wasn't even no issues. It was just words being said between me and the coach. Just being a coach. No, it was words. Just us two. And her dancers took it upon themselves to text me, "Oh, every competition, your wig is coming off. You're ugly. Your dancers can't dance." Her team is texting me. I told my dancers they were not to say a word. So they were the aggressors. Yesterday, that's all of them. We came to the competition.
So what did you do to try to did you contact the coach?
Yeah, Sade is the coach. So that's who I was talking to.
And Sade's the 18-year-old.
Yes, and me and her, we danced before together. And she told me, I said, "Can you tell your dancers to stop texting me? Or do I need to get in contact with your mom?" And she told me, "Everything under Extraordinary is mine. So okay, control your dancers." And then we also used to practice across the street from each other. And as my team is going into practice, she's sending her dance team to go flipping and do dev drops, clap at my team, jump at my team, and do all of that.
So that's
for no reason. Yeah, she's taunting us. So that's why I'm saying I'm not sure why her mom keeps bringing us into it, because we do not care. After yesterday, the point was proven. We did all the talking on the floor. So as we get in our grand champ, they're screaming at us saying a chant. All y'all do is talk. Sometimes shut up. XDDC, da da da. We trying to walk away because we got the grand champ already. But they're still taunting at us after the competition.
So do you feel like Extraordinary was upset because they didn't take grand champion?
They were upset that they didn't take the grand champ because they felt like they were so much better than us. And yesterday I told, all I said, and as we come in the competition, the first thing she said when she seen us was, "Yeah, we finna kick their ass." I said, "Whoa." I told my mom
right away. That's what Sade said.
That's what Sade said. And her mother knows that because her mother had came and talked to my mom and apologized to my mama for her saying that.
And then on the live with her other daughter, she was telling y'all to pull up.
Oh,
she's talking about y'all, or she's talking about CCDT?
Oh, we don't have to pull up. I don't think she's talking about us pulling up because we practice.
Yeah, because she was on the live telling y'all if y'all want to, y'all can pull up.
Oh yeah,
but I don't think it was to y'all. I think she was just on the live talking.
No, that's not us. We, like I said, we were over the situation. Me and Sade personally had words towards each other, just us two, and we left it at, okay, we gonna leave it on the floor when we see each other. And then her dancers got to texting me. I didn't text none of her dancers back. These are kids. I'm not texting y'all back. I text her, "Can you get your dancers?" She's like, "Nope." I said, "Well, do I need to text your mother? Do I need to get in contact with your mother?" And then that ended. We got into a competition together. We leaving it on the floor. Every time we're walking into practice, They're taunting at us. She's sending them to flip against us. She's sending them to do dev drops, clapping at us. So now we're at the competition. We walk into the competition. Oh yeah, we finna eat they we finna clear them. That's the first thing she said when she seen us. And my mama told her mama, and her mama came and apologized. So after that, it was over. We danced, we got eliminated, we walked off and shook their hand. As we shaking their hand, we're getting called B words. That's why we beat y'all. Y'all can't mess with us. Okay, cool. We still got the award ceremony. We won first place in every category but stand out. We took grand champ. We leaving. We good. It's nothing else to talk about. So that's all I wanted to get on here and tell you. My team had nothing to do with that fight at all. After we won, we walked away and left it alone. So I'm not sure why she's still bringing our name into it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming and clearing you guys' names, so we definitely got a better understanding of what's actually going on. So appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you for letting me come on here to clear our name up.
No problem, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right. I'm about to end this live, y'all. I gotta laugh, y'all, because it's too much. It's too much, y'all. It's too much, y'all. Again, we've been on this live for 2 hours, 8 minutes. I'm over. I'm hungry. My body weight got me doggone cinch. I need me something to eat. But again, y'all, don't forget to hit that Cash App today. I appreciate y'all all hanging out with me. It's a mess, but again, y'all just be careful. Be more advised, or be more cautious of the shows and the people that you go to competitions with. There was another situation that happened, but I don't even feel like I only got the strength to talk about that, baby, because it's a fool. But I did receive another video of another fight that took place between some dancers at a band, an actual all-star band event that took place. I think it was in Jackson. Not sure, but it's a fool. So I didn't go into B flat today because today was not a B flat day. I really didn't have any B flat moments today. I'm tired. Y'all, just let's get it together. Let's get it together. I'm not talking about the situation no more. Let's just get it together. Let's get it together. I think it was in Jackson. I think it was the one in Jackson, but I'm not entirely sure. Didn't send me the video of the fight that took place with dancers, with actual adult dancers. So it's a fool. Everybody acting a fool. I don't know what's going on. Like, what is going on in our community, our dance community, where people, and then Lord have mercy, I was told that there was a freaking mass shooting out there in freaking Texas at the Paul Wall concert. Like, what is going on in the world? Like, it's too much going on. It's too much. It's way too much. It's way too much going on. Y'all, all I really want is to be happy. I just want to live a happy life. Miss Bernice, everybody says we need some rules for Majorette. The reason why I have not, okay, let me say this. I don't even know if I should say this, but I think it's too many people trying to be a part and trying to be over something that no one is willing to actually sit back and say, you know what, let's learn. Would an association help? To an extent, but I feel like the association would only be beneficial for a few. People do not want to pay to be under an actual a ruling. People would want to do their own thing. It's our community. I have went back and forth with saying, okay, should I try to start an association? Should I not? Am I gonna be looked at in a way? Like, it's a lot that goes into when you talk about putting together an association like a major association. You have too many people that wants to be over. No one wants to be guided. Why do you say that, Jasmine? Because everybody in our major community, as it stands now, wants to be the head honcho. They want to be the first in charge. They want to be the first. No one is wanting. I don't feel like, and I'm not gonna say no one. There are people that I feel that would do it, to an extent and will be a part of it, but I just don't feel like people want to be regulated. I don't feel like that. If we were to put a regulation and put things in place, I think that we would get a lot of pushback. I think it would be a lot of people that would be trying to figure out what they could do. People would come in just because they want to get a little knowledge, and they take the knowledge and they do like they do with the Majorette dance teams. We got what we needed from them. We're going to go ahead and start our own. So before you know it, it went from having one general association to having 50 other associations. People do not want to. They do not want to become subject. They don't want to. They don't want to be told what to do. And that's just, unfortunately, that's what we're faced with. And then people don't want to pay. Because if you're an association, you have an association that is built on trying to better the community, but people don't want to pay. And I think that is the issue when, because when you have an association, you have a governing body. Everybody in that governing body will have to be compensated some way, shape, or form. From the president on down to the treasury, everybody that's helping. It's an operation. It's an operation. And I feel as though people for instance, let's just say I was a starter association. There is a lot of people that follow me, but do I feel like I would get the max out of wanting to help the community that does not want help? No. And that's definitely right. Diana said they don't want to pay, and she's not going to stress herself out, and neither am I. I'm not going to sit here and put myself out on a limb for a community that's not really and honestly wanting to see better. There is, and I'm going to say there is some people that do want to see better. But majority of it, again, like I said, these teams are ran by children. They're ran by children. Let's be honest. They're being coached by children. They're being coached by children. Children are coaching children. Children are being coached by children. What do we do? So again, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. I just don't. I don't want the headache. I don't want the headache. Again, I could say today, Jasmine, let's go ahead and start an association. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's get some people that's actually involved in the Majorette community, that's actually wanting to see better, that's actually going to implement that. When we sit down and put stuff together, are we going to get everything we need out of it? Case in point, what all is going to be, what are we charging people? Okay, well, and I had a great layout. I said that we were going to use the main DJ. There's going to be 3 main DJs that we use that are credible. We don't have a whole judges staff that is credible, that the judges staff, that as long as they're a part of the association, they'll be booked at every competition that does not have anything to do with teams. We were going to have conventions and conferences for the coaches, conferences for the director, conferences for the kids, and it's not competition related. It's more so over bridging the gap and bringing different teams from all over the United States together for one common purpose. Everybody able to be mingling with people. We would have someone specifically over the competitions, that people that want to have competitions, we will be able to fund the competitions for them as a fundraiser, because getting back to what the main purpose is of having a competition is everybody is supposed to be having a comp to fundraise to be able to go and support another team's competition. It has not been that way. Everybody is having competitions just to make a quick buck. No one is having really competitions for the kids. I do remember a time where someone would have a competition and it would be to raise money so the parents did not have to come out of pocket to pay, to be able to take their kids to support somebody else's competition. Mama, the grandbabies is cutting up. They over here doggone tripping. But Y'all, I really do not see. I mean, it's an amazing idea. It's an amazing thing to do. But at the end of the day, when you talk about paying quarterly dues, because there will be quarterly dues that will be owed by each organization. Because again, your quarterly dues is to be a part of it. And that's why I said, I've laid it out. Your quarterly dues is for you to be a part of an organization. That's the same thing as being a part of sorority and fraternity. You're paying your quarterly dues to be able to help run and operate the association, to be able to assist with the facilitation of the association, to be able to assist with the finances of everybody, a part that's helping you. See, if people was not so big-headed, it could work. Okay, this is a great idea. We don't have to worry about no fights. We don't have to worry about, y'all wouldn't have to worry about getting no venue. There will be venues already in place to host y'all show in your area. That'll be a main venue. That would be one benefit. Y'all don't have to look for no venue. There will be staff that's under the association that's working your event. So you don't have to worry about hiring staff. You don't have to worry about hiring DJ. You don't have to worry about hiring judges. The only thing you're there to do is try to bring the community out in your area to help support as a whole, as a fundraiser for your organization to be able to go support someone else within the association. So we were to build an association like that, and everybody's able to go and support each other by having those fundraising style type of competitions, then I really honestly think that it could work. But how many on the live can say that that actually is what people want? No, it's become a money scheme. People are hiring Joe Schmo off the street to judge the show. People don't have proper competition etiquette. People don't want to doggone have people in place that's professional. The only thing they care about is getting an extra check. That's why you see, and I'm not going to say no names, but y'all see it. That's why you see certain individuals in our major community having a competition every single month. How are you able to throw on a successful, well-ran, well-appropriate, professional competition, and you are having a competition every single month out of the year? That's crazy to me. How are you able to even eat like what? You're having a competition every month, sometimes twice a month. And then you wonder why your competition and your venue is the way it is. But having a competition every month is crazy. You cannot run a successful show with having a competition every single month. That's impossible. When I say successful, I mean your judges are qualified. Your DJ knows what he's doing. Your judges sheets. Like, come on, y'all. Like, what? But that's why I said, if there was an association in place, this would help alleviate. But I don't think that the Majorette community is ready for that. I don't think that they're ready for that. I don't know what it's going to take for them to get to that point, but I don't think that they're really ready for that. As a new team, it's needed. We've been to competition, and thank God none of this BS has happened. But following Diana and you, we are picky at which comps we attend. You got to be. Y'all have to vet these competition hosts. Y'all have to vet these teams. Who is a part of the competition? Y'all have to vet them. What is it going to take? Again, I'm not putting myself out there on a limb. I'm not sitting here putting my name out there for no. If y'all want to say, let's get an association, let's do an association, cool. Let's do it. Let's have the proper people in place to be able to run the association effectively. But why are we going to put all of this emphasis in trying to build an association for people that don't want to see better, or people that's not going to want to pay to see better? Everything costs. To run an association, that's pricey. You have to have people in place that actually understand and know the purpose of the association. It's not that it can't happen, but we have a lot of followers in our Majorette community. No one wants to really just, it's a mess. I really don't want to get into that because I could go on and on all day about the what ifs and the what nots or whatever the case may be. I'm just glad that I don't have these type of issues at my shows. I'm just glad that, people respect me well enough to be like, we can't go to her show with that rah-rah, and I'm perfectly okay with it. Again, you guys, don't forget, we do have a couple competitions coming up. I did extend the registration for It's Showtime Live in the A. So if there's any teams that is wanting to compete at the competition on July the 13th, it's not a 2-day show. It's just a 1-day show, which will be July 13th. Right now, we have 4 teams registered, 3 or 14. I think it was 4 teams that's registered. But I'm needing about 4 more teams to register in order for this competition to go in effect. I do not want to have a show with 4 teams. I'm not going to have a show with 4 teams. So if you guys are interested in registering for the show, this is taking place July 13th in Atlanta, Georgia. We do have mini junior division as well as overall senior division available. So that's for this competition. Then following that competition, we do have the It's Showtime Live on the Sands Summer Buck Down, August the 10th. This is in San Diego, California. We do have open registration for this as well. Registration for this show ends July the 10th. So if you guys are interested in registering for this show, registration is open. Registration for this show is $25 per dancer. And then following that competition, we do have It's Showtime, the Spooktastic Buck Down, Part 4. This is our Eastern Regional competition. This will be hosted in Richmond, Virginia. This is open to teams, new teams 3 years or less, or pro teams 4 years plus. You guys see the categories. If you guys are interested, the packet is available for that competition as well. And then again, don't forget that we're going on the cruise competition. It's Showtime Live on the Seas. This is team registration information. Registration for Live on the Seas. Early registration is $40 per dancer. This ends July the 1st of this year. After July 1st, it's going to go into the standard registration, which is $50 per dancer. That ends March 31st of 2025. And then your late registration is $60 per dancer, and that ends June 1st, 2025. We do have step team divisions, Majorette division, and drill team division as well for the cruise competition. This is Live on the Seas. This is going to Jamaica, as well as another destination. Jamaica and Grand Cayman Islands. This is a 5-day, 4-night cruise. This is open to any and everybody that's wanting to come and experience this. So if you guys are interested, registration is open for this as well. We do have 5 amazing teams to register for the show. If you guys are interested in going on a cruise competition for nationals next year, please go ahead and inbox me so we can get you over the proper information. Again, you guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next time on another episode of the Majorette Team.
T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B flat because I feel like I'm about to go there.